Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be the second installment for the Stars and Strikes sort of project that I'm doing with a bunch of ladies. I'll link everyone down below. Basically what this is a best and worst series, and this episode is going to be about bronzers and highlighters. Okay, so I'm going to talk about bronzers first, and I'm going to start with the bronzer that I'm using at the moment, which is the NYX Confessions of a Tanaholic bronzer, and it looks like that. This is in my hashtag drop 10 before summer project pan. Spoilers, still not hit pan on this. So this bronzer's, I want to talk about this because I really enjoy the formula, and I also really enjoy the colour that it gives, and it looks great on my fair skin. So I mean, this is fairly old, so I'm not sure if you can still buy it. If you can, I'll link everything down below. But I wanted to talk about this primarily because it is great for my fair skin, and the formula is quite nice as well. So it's a good drugstore option if you can get your hands on it. Another one that I have that's drugstore is this Rimmel London. This is actually a blush, but it is in the shade Bronze. And I was using this before I started on the NYX. And this one is, again, it's on the older side, so but I'm fairly sure that you can still get this one. But it's very similar, if not a little bit more cool tone than the NYX one is. This formula is very soft and very crumbly, so you have to be careful which type of brush you use with it. But it is totally worth working with it for that. My favourite all-time bronzer is still in the box. So when I was watching all these YouTube videos and people were talking about things like the Benefit Hoola and the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, I tried those, and I do have them in my collection still, and I do really enjoy them. But there wasn't really that perfect shade for my fair skin. Now Benefit have released Hoola Light, which I'm dying to try. But before that, there wasn't really that greater option out there for lighter skin. And then I found this. This is the Laura Geller Baked Bronze and Brighten in Fair. And it just looks like that. And that's a heavy swatch, but it is this bottom one here. It is what I have on today. So as you can see, it does go very well with my fair skin. And it's just cool enough to be a contour shade as well. So I really enjoy that bronzer. That's my favourite one that I've tried so far. It might change once I try the Benefit Hoola Light. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated on that one. I just wanted to talk about this. This is the... I just made a mess everywhere. This is the Essence Light Up Your Face Luminizer palette. And we're talking about this shade here. And it's a very, very light cool tone bronze. But it is very, very, very light. It's just by there. So, I mean, colour-wise, it's a great colour because it's not too deep for my skin tone. But pigment-wise, it's really not great. I mean, you have to really build that up. And that's a heavy swatch. And you really have to build it up to get that colour. So, I mean, if I have the time to work with it, then I will, and I enjoy wearing it. But in terms of if you want something easy, I wouldn't go for this palette for this bronzer. While we're in here, let's talk about these two shades. These are the highlight shades. And just like the bronzer, they're really nice and really soft. And really quite nice shades. But there's just no pigment to them. There's one there, you can hardly see it on my skin. And there's the other one. So, I mean, if you really want to work hard for your highlight, then I guess you could do so. But it's not. It's drugstore. But there are better drugstore options out there. So this is in my nose, I think. Okay, on to my favourite part of this whole entire video. Highlighters. I love highlighters. I really, really love highlighters. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highlighters here, and one of them's a palette. So we're going to be here for a while talking about highlighters. Okay, so this first one is the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Charming Pink. It just looks like that. So everyone loves the Gilded Honey of this, right? And I was in the shop and I swatched Gilded Honey and it was gold. And I am pasty white, so it was way too deep and gold for my skin tone. And then I saw this one. So I'm just going to swatch this for you guys so you can see. And it is this beautiful light pink highlight and it's perfect for my skin tone. And I just fell in love with it and I was like, I have to have this. In terms of how it wears, I love wearing it with a pink eyeshadow look because it does, the pink does show up when you put it on your cheeks. And sometimes, especially with a highlighter, the colour doesn't appear on your cheeks. Sometimes they do, sometimes it doesn't, but this one does. So the pink will go with the blush and the eyeshadow and it just looks really, really nice. So that is the first of my many favourite highlighters. The next one is the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter. It's the 8-hour thing. So when they released these, I was really, really excited and happy, but I was on a no-buy. So I messaged my boyfriend and I can't remember what he wanted, but he actually asked me for something because he's on a video game no-buy. And I said, okay, that's fine, I'll get it for you, but only if you get me 2 of these. And he got me this one, which is Aura, and he got me Sin. And this is another pinky highlight. I do like my pink highlights, but that's just because I am cool toned. So the pinks look good on me. And it's just this one here. So it's a bit more pink than the Laura Geller one. With that next to it, the Laura Geller one actually looks kind of shell coloured. It doesn't last the 8 hours, but it does last a very long time, I find. And I love the formula, just like I love the blushes. It's just an awesome, awesome formula. So that's that one. I'm going to do the Sleek palette really quickly. It is the Solstice highlighting palette. If you guys can get your hands on this, you need to get this. This is drugstore, and it is incredible. I'm just going to swatch these for you. There is so much hype around this palette, but the hype is just so totally worth it. They're pigmented, they're soft, they last a long time. It's just incredible. Okay, so I did not swatch that well. Okay, so it starts from here, and there's one there. One there. This is really swatched really poorly, I'm sorry. I have to like twist my arm around. One there and one there. So you can't really see it on my arm because I swatched that really badly, but you'll just have to take my word for it that these are really pigmented. I guess you can kind of see it if I do that. Contort my body so you can see the swatches. But yeah, that's a great palette and it's a great drugstore item. And it's totally worth picking it up if you can. I know that Sleek is hard to come by in the United States, but if you can ever find it, then grab it while you can. So now onto the MAC ones. I have the Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Beaming Blush. I got this at the airport. It was duty free, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that looks nice. And then I swatched it, and the lady was stood next to me, and I just looked at her and I said, I need that. And then she went to get it. It was kind of a mutual understanding thing. She knew that I was going to love it, which is why she continued standing there. But yeah, so this one's one of their weird ones. So it's a jewel chrome type thing. It is pink, but then in certain lights it looks gold. and that does actually come out onto the skin as well. Like in certain lights you'll be pink and certain lights you'll be gold. I do have it on today. You'll probably see the gold more than the pink. But yeah, I'll swatch that for you as well. And that's just there. So I don't know if I can get it to show the pink, but it does. I guess you can kind of see it if I do that. It's kind of pinky there. But yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful highlight, and I knew that I was going to have it as soon as I swatched it. I can't walk away from this. And the next one is Lightscapade. This is my all-time favourite highlighter. It is my go-to if I'm ever looking at my collection and I'm a little bit overwhelmed because I know I want to pick a nice product, but I have so many nice products that I don't know which one to pick. This is the one I will go for. It just suits my skin tone down to the ground. It's pigmented and it looks really, really nice on the cheekbones. And that's just it there. It's not a bam in your face highlight either. So it does work if you need a subtle look as well. And that's why I love it, because if I need to go for the bam, you know, highlight look, then I'll just build it up, and it is buildable. So, and this last one is again a cult favorite. This is MAC Soft and Gentle. A lot of people might think now, before I say this, that that's like super gold. But with a light hand, it's not scary gold. And actually, it's quite nice. So that's that one there. And that, guys, is all the highlights that I love. So that was long. And I have tons of highlights in my collection. I think at this point I have over 50 highlighters. I just highlight is my favourite thing in the whole world. I will buy all the highlighters if I could, but I'm not allowed. So yeah, that's everything for this video. What I'll do is I'll list below sort of the itinerary, if you will, the schedule for what theme is on what week, so that if you guys want to follow along, or if you guys want to make videos of your own, you have that schedule so that you're able to do that. Okay, so I will catch you in the next video. I promise I will get my haul up at some point. This week is going to be a really bad filming week. I can feel it. I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.